EcoMUVE is an exciting new curriculum research project at the Harvard Graduate School of Education that uses immersive virtual environments to teach middle school students about ecosystems and causal patterns. This video will show you how to navigate around the EcoMUVE Pond virtual environment. Once you've downloaded the EcoMUVE Pond application from the EcoMUVE website and installed it, you can open the application by clicking on this icon. You'll see this dialog box with several preferences. On the left are options for different screen resolution sizes. On the right are graphics quality options. The lower the quality, the faster the software will run. If you want to enter full screen, leave this box unchecked, but if you want to be able to switch between programs on your computer, go ahead and check this box. When you're done, select Play. Next, you'll see this screen. If you're starting a new game, select New Game and type your file name into the text box at the top, then click Create. In the dialog box, you'll see other saved games, but if you're in the New Game screen, selecting any saved games will override them, so make sure you don't, unless you want to reset those games. If you're opening a game you've already started, click on Load Game. Select your game from the dialog box and click Open. When you start a new game, you'll see some options for personalizing your avatar. Here you can select your avatar's gender and skin color, and below you can select their clothing colors. To save your preferences, click Save. You can always go back and change those settings later. You're now in the pond environment. Here you see Shield Pond, a typical small New England pond. You'll want to start off by exploring your surroundings. To move forward, use the up arrow key. To move backward, use the down arrow key. To turn right and left, use the right and left arrow keys. You can also look up and down. If you're using a PC, right-click and move the mouse. If you're using a Mac, hold down the Option or Alt key and move the mouse. It's possible to walk straight into the pond. You can see and walk underwater, the same as you would on dry land. If at any point you find yourself stuck or unable to move, use the spacebar to jump. Some users may prefer to view the screen in third-person mode. To do so, click on the settings icon at the top left corner. You can switch views by clicking on the third-person view icon, then clicking OK. In this view, you can see your avatar walk around. To switch back, click again on Settings and select the first-person view icon. At the top of the screen, you'll see an option to view a map of the pond. Click on the map to open it. When you're done, click on it again to close it. There are a number of different characters that are present across the move on different locations and days. Click on a character to see what he or she has to say. The toolbar at the bottom of the screen has all the tools you'll need as you're exploring and collecting data. Let's look at how these tools work. As you walk around the environment, you'll notice a variety of plant and animal life. You can use the camera tool to capture images of the wildlife you see and save them into your field guide. To take pictures, click on the camera tool at the bottom of the screen. You'll notice that your cursor changes to a camera. Click on a plant or animal. An image of that animal will pop up. Click Save to save it into your field guide. You can then read information about that animal. To close, click on the X in the top left corner. If at any point in time you want to see this information again, click on the field guide in the toolbar. You can use the scrolled bar to find the animal that you're looking for. To read information about that animal, click on the animal's name. To go back to the index, click on the index button at the top of the page. To close the field guide, click on the X in the top left corner. The population tool allows you to record data about the populations of different organisms in the environment. To collect data about a species population, click on the population tool, then click on an organism. To save that data into your database, click Save. Population data is available for algae, blue-green algae, bacteria, largemouth bass, bluegill, fathead minnow, and great blue heron. The submarine tool allows you to zoom in on the microscopic plant and animal life in the pond. Click the submarine icon in the toolbar. A map of the pond will appear with options to where you can dive, which you can do by clicking on the word Dive. Once in the submarine view, you can change the depth of the submarine by using the depth control to the left of the magnifier, the up or down arrow keys, or by using the up and down arrow keys on the keyboard. To look around, use the right and left arrow keys on the keyboard. You You can also adjust the magnification of the screen. Click on the 10x, 100x, or 500x buttons. At the larger magnifications, you can see smaller organisms in the pond. Notice that you can also use the camera and population tools in the submarine view. To return to the main screen, click Return to Shore. In EcoMUVE, you also have the ability to travel back and forth through time. Click on the Calendar tool in the toolbar. A calendar will open. The current date is marked with an asterisk. You have 8 days to choose from, spread over 3 months. To go to a different day, click on one of the highlighted dates. The screen will go dark, and a new day will begin. Each day, you're visiting the pond at roughly around the same time, around 2:30 in the afternoon. To collect data about the pond, use the Water Measurements tool in the toolbar. When you click on the Water Measurements icon, a vertical toolbar will appear along the right side of the screen. You have the option of measuring temperature, dissolved oxygen, phosphates, nitrates, turbidity, pH, and chlorophyll A levels. In order to take a measurement, click on one of the options, then click anywhere on the pond. You can save the data into your database by clicking Save. To close the toolbar, click on the X in the top of the toolbar. To collect data about the weather, click on the Weather Measurement tool in the toolbar. You'll see information about the temperature, wind speed, and cloud cover for each day. Click Save to save the information into your database. To view the data you've collected, click on the Data Inspector icon. You'll see information about the water measurements, weather measurements, and population data you've collected. To import data from another user, click Import. You can then locate the file using the dialog box and select Open. The new data will be added to your table. To graph the data, click on Show Graph. You can choose up to 5 variables to graph by selecting the name of each from a drop-down menu. Notice that when you mouse over each of the data points, you can see their value. To return to the main screen, click on the Data Inspector icon. The final tool in your toolbar is the Atom Tracker tool. The Atom Tracker allows you to follow 3 different atoms as they travel through a cycle of matter. The 3 types of atoms are carbon, phosphorus, and oxygen. You can see where they go on each of the days. Click on the Atom Tracker tool. You'll see signs pop up for each of the atoms, marking where they are on each day. Click on the sign to read more information about the atom. When you're done, click OK. To hide the atom trackers, click again on the Atom Tracker tool. And that's all there is to it. Enjoy exploring Shield Pond.